Hello guys, my name is Nala and it's a great pleasure for me to see all of you here today. Well, our discourse is going to be on globalization. And without further ado, let's start the ball rolling. Well, although it might sound as a cliche, I prefer to say that we all are living in the 21st century, the era of cutting-edge technologies, breathtaking scientific discoveries, integration, globalization, and stuff. You've heard this definition of the 2 days life so much time that you're fed up with it, right? So do I. And now is the time for surprises. I'm going to surprise you saying that John Lennon has once emphasized all the key points of globalization in one of his songs. So my today's topic is going to be quite familiar to you, what I'm just talking about right now. To make this point, to make the thesis sound more plausible and urgent, I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me a few months ago. I was reading in grammar with my headphones put on when this song Imagine started playing. I soon found myself in times of trouble, would John Lennon say, but I'm not him, so I found myself just out of the grammar exercises. Lennon was a persuasive chap, so he literally insisted on me to go through the lyrics of the song. And thus, I found out that he actually had expressed all the basics of globalization in his song. If you don't believe me, look at the screen. Here are the excerpts from the song, and you can see and match them with the basics of globalization. So it's great, right? He had emphasized all this stuff in one song. Can you imagine that? Well, what's next? Let us, you and me, create our perfect model of the future society. Well, in my opinion, it's going to be quite multiracial, multinational, with 3 borders and diverse in all the spheres. But actually not as diverse as the ethnic composition of the Costa Coffee's visitors in the university, but still. Well, speaking about coffee, which of 2 these cups of coffee would you prefer to drink? Please raise your hands, those who would pick up the first one. Yeah, the majority. That's great. Thank you, guys. And this is actually how the globalization process works. I can explain. You know the brand, you know the logo. You've seen lots of adverts, so you choose this product. That's quite clear, right? And the thing is that we're not living in the perfect world at all. And the future society is not going to live in this kind of world too, so I've picked up several challenges the future society of our descendants will have to withstand. Here they are: the self-identification issue and the discovery of common cultural and religious values. Guys, our future descendants, people who will form the society of the future life, will be from different origins. They will have different cultural, religious, and national background. So that means that they will create a quite comprehensive society, but the thing is that the culture itself has a strong connection to a religious affiliation of each particular personality. So it will be quite challenging to find or even invent comprehensive values for all the religious groups, all the nation groups, and all the sexes, genders, and so on and so on and so on. I also wanted to say that the question rises, however, on self-identification issue. And self-identification is of paramount importance. Imagine yourself being naked and simultaneously surrounded by unknown people. You would feel quite uncomfortable, right? But probably not, who knows. In general, you would feel quite uncomfortable. And the thing is that this is literally the way our future descendants will feel, because they won't be able to somehow correlate their own personalities to the future community, just because of the loss of their cultural and religious background is inevitable. It's inevitable for the descendants of us, just because that is the way of the creation of future society. But the thing is that here we are, and they will definitely face these problems, but we are the future professionals, and we should create institutions, law, and social systems that will help the future people feel comfortable in the future society. Institutions that will provide them with the understanding that they are gorgeous, they are beautiful, they are equal and diverse at the same time. You know, globalization is irreversible, that's the fact. But the thing I want to say is that let us, guys, make globalization not just a process, not just a movement, but global logicalization. And guys, thank you for your attention and listen to the right